Right, I've been told to ignore all this, so that's what I'm going to do. I've knocked off some of the crap that was sticking out, and actually it'll be easier for me when I come to scribe a piece in there. Got a little infill piece to go in there. I'll just be able to point it up behind. But move the pipes. They're on, they're not leaking, so that's okay. Sparky's going to move this wire. He says he's going to run it around here for cooker. Not my job, that. And funny enough, where I did those alcoves and where I did the whole cupboard, he's a Sparky. He gave me this. He gave me this shovel. Says he had no need for it. There's something funny there. Anyway, get the units put together, stand them in place. Right, I'm just getting an idea how level the floor is, the lay of the land. Let's see if I can get my fingers under there. But it's pretty level, slightly low at that edge. And then here, it goes up that way a little bit, not a lot. So that point there is probably similar level to that point there. And up to this point here, I've got 900mm roughly. You see the shape of it, it's all over the place. I don't want to come up too much, because I'm going to have to deal with this. I can't put too much of a windowsill in, she won't be able to get the... Oh, it's glazed from outside, fuck it, that'll be alright. But anyway, I don't want to come up too much. Because I don't want to come up too much, and I've got a big dip in the floor here, I have there 165mm plinth, which if I set this feet to that, then I've got to scribe that skirting, that plinth down to the floor. So I've set it at, set the overall at 980. With the top it'll come in at about 920. You want about 900mm ish. I'm quite tall, so I like things taller, but not everybody's like that. So that'll give me a good 10mm to scribe to the floor there, and it's as thick as my finger, so there'll be a little gap along the top. But that's okay. And these little feet, they've got a lip on, but not on this side. So on this front one, where the plinth's going to be, you don't want that lip sticking out, have it round the back like that. Because when you put your plinth on, sometimes that can get in the way. Backs don't matter. I quite like these units. Dowels are already in. None of those little pins to put in. Just push it together. Put a bit of glue on if you want, but I'm not gonna. And then big screws, just to screw it all together. A 3-point bit for that. This is a Howden's kitchen. So I went to first, but just to check when I got home, I went on the internet, and B&Q and IKEA both came in at more than this. So as far as basic flat pack units, they're alright, quite good. This back panel, assuming they've cut it square, just put a flush at the bottom. Don't need to square the unit up. So we're going to be putting it all in plumbing level anyway. Like I was saying, this lip holds the side up, so you want it going over the edge, but on the front one you don't want it poking through. sometimes these have a little cross in the front so you can put your screwdriver in. But these don't. So I've got a different solution for that. So to begin with, what I want to do is put this corner together, but I've got pipes in the way, so I put them two as level as possible and as close as I can to where they're going to be. I can burn off there, I can level off here to get that one, drill some holes at the back. This will go in there, and so I'll level it through. And hopefully it'll be as close as it can. It'll have to go back, so I'll still have to adjust the feet because the floor's all over the place. But I should be able to get it pretty close now. I'll put that door on just to get this post right. They mark it, but they don't drill it right through. So I just wanted to check. But that door can come off. But I'll leave it because it sort of gives me a clue as to how square and level I am. So that's level there, level through there. I do have a laser, rotary laser, but that's only any good if you can stand something on top and then wind your feet up. It's just as easy with these. So I'll get this one level through, and I could put some little circles to draw on the back of it, push it right up like that, draw around it, drill a hole. Right, so that's sort of in place. It's level there. I can see that waste pipe bends a bit, so I'll pull it straight and draw around, and then I'll drill myself a generous size hole. And of course that's parallel there, and it's back to the wall as it's going to be. I've got a blanking panel to put in here, but I'll do that later. So that's my mark there. I'll drill through the centre, so I'll get a centre point there, and then I'll drill through this side. Should leave a neater hole. So I drilled it through and just scored it around. It helps stop the breakout a little bit. And drill through from that side now. Pretty neat hole. No breakout. Give it a sand. So now that's one hole drilled. I can just straighten these a fraction. Mark those, drill the same. Like I say, I'll drill a generous hole. I think I'll check my levels first there. See how we're going. That's still level. That's not bad. That's the one that I just did for the waste pipe. I think I'll use that. Right, so they're drilled. What I can do now is slide this unit up, finish levelling it all off, and fix that together, and get that end panel in first. and this one will just work off level there. Think about fixing them back to the wall, and I've got an infill piece to put in here. Should do that first. It'll be over there somewhere. 600mm top. Let's see what I've got to do with that. I put like a little windowsill in it, window board, because these don't really want to go back anymore. I'm just screwing these cabinets together. The countersink bit is just a bit more than the width of these cabinets. So what I'll do, that's gone through that cabinet, but I didn't do the countersink. I find that you get a neater hole if just do that. And I've just put that door on so that I can fix the end panel on. That's on, cut it on the top so the lip pin's still on the bottom. I'm not going to lift it up and put it on feet or anything fancy like that. It's all fixed back to the wall. I've got a timber on there just to take that bit of worktop. Sink's going to go here with drainer on this side. It's going to be the joint here. I don't want the drainer next to the joint. Sort of common sense to put the drainer in the corner there, but I'm not. Fix the timber on there. I'm going to build up off that and make a window bay. Make a window board. And I've cut the plaster back. I've got to do that. Got to go back to that wall. This worktop's 615. So it only just fits in there really. I'll cut that back when I get the worktop up. I haven't brought my worktop jig today. It's getting on anyway. Cupboards are made, so I think I'll hang them. I don't think they'll get in the way because they're only little pieces of worktop, these. And I'll do the worktops tomorrow. It's enough for day one. Right, to put the wall cupboards on, I'm just going to sit the worktops in place. I've got to trim this end. Ideally I'd cut it from behind, but you always want your saw blade going into this front edge and then cutting across. Could flip it over and do it the other way. I could sit my track on there, but the saw would be running the other way. So sitting it on here, I'm going to trim this end because it's got a chip in it. I always forget that this machine's got a, you know, a little scribing function, so I'm going to put that on. And like I say, ideally you want to be cutting into this. You can put a little bit of tape on, but that's not going to make any difference. A little bit of tape ain't going to stop the laminate breaking out. It's going to be well covered this end. It's going to be under that plaster that I chopped out, so it'll be okay even if it chips out a little bit. But you always try and make it as good as you can. It's a lovely clean cut, sharp edge that. See if I can slide it in there now without chipping the corners. Right, so that went in okay. Fits nicely under there, bit of sealant. I want to put that one on, but first of all I want to run that line through so the cabinets finish at the same distance. So I've dug laser level out. And that's just screwed on there. There's loads of patching up to do, so I don't care about screwing there. That gives me a line there. I do like this level, but I wish that line would go a bit deeper. Anyway, from there to there I've got 1820, I've got 18 milli units. There's not going to be an end panel or a plinth or a cornice. So that lines up with end of that unit there. So I'll put a pencil mark on the wall there, or just try not to move the level. Actually, I'll put a pencil mark there, and I can set the laser back up off that, so that I can mark the end of this run. And when it comes to it, I can work off that one. These green lasers are better than the red ones. My red one broke a couple of years ago and I haven't replaced it. I've still got the Stabila, but that only does the vertical line. My horizontal one broke. But in this light you won't be able to see it, and I can just see it there. Don't come round far enough for that. I don't want to move that. Anyway, get this one cut. I'll leave it well over long, so I've got plenty to play with when I come to do my joint. And from there, I can work out where the top of the cupboards are going to go. Put my fixings in. And this one, I'm still cutting from the front, but I can do this one from behind. I know that's got a neat cut because I cut it down to store it. So there ain't a lot of space in here. So I cut it down just so I can stand it up. But I don't need to bother with scribe function. But I'm still cutting into the face, cutting that way. You see, very neat cut when you cut it from behind. It doesn't really matter. I could have cut that with a jigsaw, but you know, gotta do that. It's quicker with rip saw. But these two cuts are going to get cut anyway. This is going to get trimmed. Got a metal edge to go on there. I know this is a cheap, nasty rented house, and I'm not taking too much care about this kitchen. I still can't fit one of those metal strips. It's just not in me. So that'll be tomorrow. But 2, 4, 8, 12 screws. I'll get those hanging and go home. Right. I always put things too high. I quite often ask the customer, you know, I'll hold it up against the wall. There. But I ain't got that choice here. So I've made it about 500mm. It's probably still too high. I'm 6'2", you see. Somebody asked me, do I make a datum mark? Oh, a datum line, I can't remember which one it was. A datum mark is a mark on the wall that everybody then refers to, all the builders on site refer to that mark, whether it's up or down off there. Your laser line is basically a datum line. That's the line that you're working to. I'm working up off there. So what I've done is drawn a line, measured up, drawn a line across, just using my level. Then like I did before, I put that marker earlier, so now I can mark the end of my cupboard, and I can mark off where my clips are going to go, wherever they are, these. I need to measure 600, 600, 600, and then come in 18mm each way, and that line is to my screw holes, so the cupboards will be slightly higher than that, but I've allowed for that in my measurements. 670 you see to the screw holes, 500 to bottom units, and cupboards at the same as bases, 720. So I'll get those marked, draw little circles, drill loads of holes. Hopefully I won't hit a seam, a brick seam. If I do, I'll have to drop it all down or take it up. But like I say, I always put things too high, so I'll probably drop it down. I've got some cardboard on top, so I've got to trash it. And these are going to go like that. Start drilling. Alright, so they were alright. You see by the red muck That hit a good brick on everyone, but that one hit the edge of a brick. So sod's law, that in the first one. And that one went into a seam. But all the rest, you can see the red muck on them. That means I got a good fixing. Excuse me. 6mm bit, red plugs. And I'm going to use these up. Don't know, they've been in the bag for a while. 3-inch. 3B5s, 70B5s. And power takeoff means there's next to no muck on the top. Just hold the nozzle under the drill as you're drilling. Sucks it away. So they'll make heater one, but you can get them quite cheap. I might even get another one just to have it in the house. Anyway, get these screwed on. The cabinets should just hook on. And as always, drill through the plaster. So when I put the plug in, I'll tap the screw, make sure the plug goes through the plaster into the brickwork. There's no strength in the plaster. If you leave it like that, that's how shelves and things fall down. Tap the plug in. So they're all on. The only one that didn't tighten up very well is that first one. Not much I can do about that. I could drill it at an angle, but nah. By the time these are all screwed together, it'll be fine. I'll start hanging carcasses on, hanging the cupboards on. Not back at cupboards as these little things. What I need to do is just make sure that they're sticking out far enough. That's probably close to where they're going to finish up, maybe a bit further in. But I might stick them out a little bit, it makes it easier to hang them. We'll see. I might just try this one. At the moment they're flush with the back. So they went on okay. There's a bit of a bow in the wall. You know, it kicks out a bit. So the backs are touching but the fronts aren't. So what I think I'm going to do is adjust this screw underneath, get them level, and then maybe screw them together before I screw them back. Tighten this one up, it'll pull them hard back to the wall. If there's a bend in the wall, you've just got to jiggle it, because otherwise they'll be off at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'll do, get them level. Right, so they're all screwed together, 3 screws in each, screwed back to the wall, levelled. Now I'm going to hang the doors on them, that'll tell me how level and square they are. Right, they went on very well. Gaps are consistent. Gaps consistent there. I didn't adjust the hinges or anything. They just went on straight like that. Very slightly out, just very, very slightly out. I'm going to ignore that. I'm not going to put these on, not till I've done the tops. And there's a drawer to go in this one, I don't want that in, because I'll just get filled with crap. I could maybe do the plinths, but no, I don't think so. Like I say, no end panels, so you see the screws at this end. But I don't think she's going to care about that.